Laauli, he is older. The weights are the same, but he will have a couple of inches reach disadvantage. Laauli a shade over 6'2", Cam Rowston 6'4".
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is semi-final fight number 2. And Red Rats King of the Ring 8-man Eliminator Series. Tonight we are at the Super Cruiserweights. This fight is brought to you by Red Rat Clothing. It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds of action with an extra round in play in case of a draw. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing black trunks with white trim. He now has 7 wins, 1 loss, with 1 win coming by way of KO, representing City Kickboxing in Auckland. This is Cameron Rowston! And his opponent fighting out of the red corner enters the ring wearing white trunks with red and black trim. He now has 25 wins, 11 losses, 2 draws with 6 big wins coming by way of KO. He represents Elite Thai Kickboxing. He is a multiple national champion and King of the Ring finalist. Introducing Nato Laauli! Fighters from the center ring, please, for military complex instructions.
Alright, fighters first, you both must be able to protect yourselves at all times, listening to my instructions when I call break, stop, step back until I say box. Shake them up, back in the corner.
Not quite as much of a reach advantage this time around for Cam Rowston. Maintaining his range will be key. Laauli coming out of the red corner. Had a torrid battle in his first quarter-final. We'll want to get the job done more easily in the semi. Faced a very fresh Navajo Sterling. Underweight, Rowston, the taller of the two. Laauli, the southpaw in the white shorts. Up jab from Laauli, going underneath the lead hand of Rowston. Nice little cross check from Rowston. He does have good eyes and good range, Dan.
Yeah, Rowston's circling the right way, obviously circling away from the big left power hand of Nato Laauli. He just needs to be careful that he doesn't put himself into a corner. He needs to, when he starts running out of space, reset back to the middle, to the center of the ring.
Picking off the left hand over the top. Laauli not throwing quite as heavily early. He's probing as well. He's getting his foot on the outside there, Rowston. He's got to be very cautious about using that. Laauli looking to dip over with that left hand. There's a good little jab there from Rowston. Laauli's looking to jab low to the body and come over the top with his left hook. Nice little teep there. Okay, looked like that one went off the hip, perhaps the heel was low. Went straight into the inside thigh. Rowston's just got to be cautious when he goes to that lead leg, and that's why it opens you up for a straight counter, either from the left leg or the left hand. Chopping right hand there. He moves himself out of the corner, back into center ring. There's that teep to the body as well.
This is a good fight from both of them landing some pretty sharp shots, but both of them relaxed. No one's really loading up, no one's trying to take each other out. There's still a feeling out process where they're just trying to gauge the range and gauge the timing of each other.
Laauli hasn't landed too much heavy at this point. Rowston looking for that teep, looking to maintain the range. Interesting to see if he throws here's the right hook from Laauli. Varying that leg there. They're going the inside thigh. Then he went with the teep to the body. Rowston just showing some variation there. And he does have some heavy legs, though he doesn't look like he's hitting hard. He's got some decent weight on him. Laauli slipping outside the straight right hand. Got to be cautious he doesn't walk into a high right kick. Cross check there from Rowston as well. He's using that cross check to defend against the left kick.
I feel like this sharp, long, technical fight is benefiting Cam Rowston at this stage. I feel like if Nato needs to turn this fight, he needs to make it ugly. He needs to get in there and make this a bit more of a physical contest.
Well, let's see what adjustments they make in the corner. For mine, that first round goes to Rowston. Just a little bit sharper. He landed more cleanly, and Laauli was prevented from landing any of his heavy bombs.
Round 2.
Let's see if Laauli, Dan, starts to pressure more.
Yeah, well, the advice from Jason Asari was you need to feel pain to win these, so he needs to get in there. He needs to make it physical. He needs to eat some shots, and he needs to land his.
Rowston is just picking away from the outside. He's also checking very well off his lead leg. That's another sharp right hand. Look, not a lot on it, but Laauli looking to land that left hand over the top, but Laauli's eating those shots. You don't want to take too many of them. There's the teep again. Just pecking away, flattening the tyre. Needs to be careful that Laauli doesn't prop that leg and come back with the left hand. There's a chopping right hook. Good lead hand control too from Rowston. He's getting control on the outside of the lead hand. There's the teep, followed up by just a relatively light right hand. Laauli just making the mistake here of just following him. He landed a left hand there though, over the top. This is the way, there's that straight left. That was a bit more acid on it. Minute 30 gone. Little counter left hand there from Rowston. Probably just needs to put a bit of acid on it. Just every now and then. Laauli, just the way he comes forward is very, very predictable. There's a heavy kick. He's a bit like a metronome. He's easy to read, or too easy to read at this point. And Rowston's still managing to pick him off with those clean shots. I think, Dan, the right act may need to be read in between rounds if he can't do anything in this round, because he needs to impose himself physically.
Well, this is very, very similar to his quarterfinal matchup where he was down 2 rounds and that managed to wake him up, and he came out in the third with all guns blazing.
The difference is here, though, that Rowston isn't sustaining damage. Tony did sustain a lot of damage.
Yeah, Rowston just needs to keep doing what he needs to keep his composure. He's doing his best when he's throwing the single shots.
There's that big knee up the middle there. And that was the first time we've seen that knee. Little step up side kick. 3 shots, pepper pot shots, but they're all picking up points. And again, Rowston just taking the sting off those shots. I'd like to see that right knee again. I think it will work well. Cam Rowston just needs to keep his composure. This is his 8th kickboxing fight, and he's performing very well.
Yeah, same advice from Nato's corner, just a little bit more pressure. Now he's 2 rounds down.
Just got to be careful there. See, the problem with Laauli, though, is he's not cutting him off. He's starting to now start to cut him off with his right hook. And the heavy low kick, so the pressure coming forward again. Let's see. Rowston, though, landing a right hand there. The movement of Rowston still frustrating for Laauli. And the big knee there, and a little backhander. That is legal, of course. Oh, spinning back fist off the right hand. Absolutely out of nowhere. What a shot. A massive spinning back fist. He was in deep trouble. And Cam Rowston was caught drifting, boom. The huge spinning back fist caught him beautifully right on the button, and it doesn't get any cleaner than that. And you could go a whole career without landing that kind of highlight shot. Cam Rowston did everything right for every second of that fight, right up until the spinning back fist. So Eugene Berryman's having a bit of a chuckle with him in the corner, because I suspect Cam does not even know what hit him. Nato Laauli, well, the one rabbit he has in the hat is his power, and that was some experience. I guess, Dan, he knew he was drifting away from his left hand, so the spinning back fist came.
Yeah, well, we were just saying that. We were just saying he's following him. He's not cutting him off. He's following him, leaving that door open. Well, he just closed that door with a spinning back fist.
Jason Stunney really getting stuck into him, because he got out of jail on that fight. He was well behind. He was getting tagged up, and he has a very difficult opponent in front of him in Navajo Sterling. We're just waiting for the doctors and the team to take a check of Cam Rowston. Incredibly disappointed, but fight sports is a very harsh mistress, and in these heavier weights you get one thing wrong and it can be good night, Irene. On the button, Cam Rowston showing a bit of sportsmanship, and we will wait the formalities.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 59 seconds gone in the third round,